Queridos hermanos y hermanas,
Dear brothers and
Buenas tardes.
sisters, good afternoon.
estoy contento de estar hoy aquí
I'm very happy to be with you today,
junto a toda esta gran
along with
familia
this
que
big
los
family
acompaña.
which surrounds you.
Veo a sus maestros,
I see your teachers,
padres,
your parents,
familiares.
and your family members.
Gracias por recibirme.
Thank you for letting me
Y
come.
les pido perdón
And
especialmente a los
I ask
maestros
especially your teachers to forgive me
robarles unos
for
minutos
stealing a
de
few
la
minutes
lección en la clase.
of their class time.
Están todos contentos. Ya saben.
Everybody's happy, I know.
Me han contado
They tell me
que una de las lindas características
that one of the nice things
de esta escuela
about
y de
this
este
school
trabajo
and about the work that is being done here
es que algunos de
is
sus
that
alumnos,
some of the students
algunos
here,
de ustedes
some of you,
vienen de otros
come
lugares
from other places
y muchos de
and
otros
many
países.
from other countries,
Y eso es bueno,
and that is nice.
aunque sé que no siempre
Even though I know that it is not
tener que
always easy
trasladarse,
to have to move
encontrar una nueva
and find
casa,
a new home,
encontrar nuevos vecinos,
new neighbors,
amigos.
and new friends.
No es fácil.
It is not easy, but one has to begin.
Al principio puede ser algo cansador.
At the beginning, it can
Muchas
be
veces
hard and tiring, right?
nuevo idioma,
Oftentimes, you have to learn a new language,
adaptarse a una nueva cultura,
adjust to a new culture,
un nuevo clima.
even a new climate.
¿Cuántas cosas tienen que aprender?
There is so much to learn,
Solo las tareas de la escuela.
and not just the work at school,
Tantas cosas.
but also many other things.
Con la pelota, como decía vos, muy bien.
Like, for example, you were playing with your ball very
Lo
well.
bueno es que también encontramos
The good
nuevos
thing
amigos.
is that we also make new friends, and this is very important.
Los nuevos amigos que encontramos.
The good friends that we find. We meet people who open doors for
nos
us,
muestran su ternura,
who show their kindness to us, their friendship to us, their understanding,
buscan ayudarnos,
and they try to help us
no nos sintamos
so that we do not feel like strangers, like foreigners.
todo un trabajo
It is
de gente
work
que nos va
that is being
ayudando
done by people
a
who help
sentirnos
us
en casa.
feel at home.
Aunque a veces la imaginación
Although
se
sometimes our
vuelve,
imagination takes us back to our homeland,
encontramos gente buena que nos
but
ayuda
we find good people
a sentirnos
that help us
en casa.
feel at home.
Qué lindo es poder sentir
How nice it is to
la escuela,
feel
los lugares
that
de
school, that meeting places
como una segunda
are
casa.
a second home.
Y esto no solo es importante para ustedes,
This is not only important
sino
for
para
you,
sus familias.
but also for your
De
families.
esa manera, la escuela
So,
se vuelve
School
una gran familia para todos.
end up being one big family for all.
Donde junto a nuestras madres, padres, abuelos,
One where
educadores,
together with our
maestros,
mothers and fathers and grandparents, teachers and friends,
ayudarnos
we learn
a compartir lo
to help
bueno
one
de
another,
cada
to
uno,
share our good
a dar
qualities,
lo mejor de
to give the
nosotros,
best of
a
ourselves,
trabajar en equipo,
to work as a team,
a jugar en equipo
to play as a team. That's very important as well.
y a perseverar en nuestras
And
metas.
to pursue our goals.
Bien cerquita de aquí,
Very near here, quite
hay
near
una
here,
calle muy importante
there is a very important
con el
street
nombre de una persona
named after a person who did a lot for other
Quiero
people.
recordarla con ustedes.
I would like to
Me refiero al
recall
pastor
this
Martin
person
Luther
with you.
King.
I'm talking about Reverend Martin Luther King. One day he said, I have a dream
Y él soñó que muchos
He dreamt
niños, muchas
that many
personas
children, many people
tuvieran igualdad de
could have
oportunidades.
equal opportunities.
Él soñó que muchos niños
His dream
como ustedes
was that many children
tuvieran
like you
acceso a la educación.
could have access to education.
Él soñó
He dreamt
que muchos hombres y mujeres como
that
ustedes
many men and women like you
llevar la frente bien alta
could keep their head high
de quien
with the
puede
dignity
ganarse la vida.
of those who can earn their keep. It is beautiful to have dreams. It is beautiful also to be able to fight for those dreams. Don't forget about that. Today, we want to keep dreaming. We celebrate all the opportunities which enable you and us, adults, not to lose the hope of a better world with greater possibilities. So many here that I've greeted and that I've been introduced to, they also dream with you. They dream about this. And that is why they become involved in this kind of work. They get involved in your lives to go with you along this path. We all dream. I always know that one of the dreams of your parents and teachers and of all those that help you, and also Cardinal Dolan's as well, he's a very good man. The dream is that you can grow up and live with happiness. Here, I see you smiling. Keep smiling and help bring joy to everyone you meet. It is not always easy. There are problems in all households. There are difficult situations. There is sickness. But keep dreaming about living with joy. Everyone here, children and adults, you all have a right to dream, and I am very happy that you, whether at school or here, you can find in your teachers and friends and everyone that comes near you to provide assistance, you can find, I was saying, the support you need to do it. Wherever there are dreams, wherever there is joy, Jesus is always present. Always. Now, who sows sadness? Who sows distrust and envy and evil desires? What's the name of that? The devil. The devil. The devil sows sadness because he does not want to see us happy. They don't want us to dream. Where there is joy, Jesus is always present, because Jesus is joy, and he wants to help us to feel that joy every day of our lives. Before going, I would like to give you some homework.
¿Puede ser?
Can I do that?
Es un pedido sencillo.
It is a simple request, but very important. Please don't forget to pray for me, so that I can share with many people the joy of Jesus. Let us also pray so that many people can share the joy like yours, like when you feel accompanied, assisted, when you feel that you're getting advice. Although there are problems, of course, there may be problems, but you have peace in your hearts, because Jesus will never abandon you. May God bless you and every one of you, and Our Lady protect you. Thank you.